Good morning. Welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Friday, TGIF. It's December the 27th. We're here to look at the remaining books that were published this week, and we have a whole bunch more cozy mysteries. Um, that is what we will look at. Quick announcements. I don't have any sprints tonight. I don't do them on Friday night. We will have them tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern, and they go for 5 hours. I think that's the end of the announcements. Shall we hop in? Let's hop in. I did look at the end of Mondays to reference where we were at. I remembered correctly, we had stopped on that mint-colored one. So we are on Fatal Frosty by Kathleen Suzette, third in A Christmas Shop Mysteries. Charlotte never imagined her first Christmas after her divorce would bring anything more exciting than untangling strands of lights. At 41, with her life in shambles, a trip to her favorite childhood retreat, Christmas Village, seemed like the perfect way to start over. Festive traditions, new friendships, and maybe even a touch of holiday magic were just what she needed. But what she didn't expect? Finding a body beneath the snowman. As snow blankets the town and rumors of scandal spread, Charlotte discovers she's not just revisiting the ghosts of her past, she's tracking down a killer. With her newfound friends by her side, she dives into the mystery, unraveling hidden secrets and confronting shocking truths. Can Charlotte solve the case and reclaim her holiday spirit? Or will this Christmas end in heartbreak? A Deadly Harmony by D. May, a talking cat cozy mystery. You know, I'm out. But this is for somebody. This is fifth in the Josephina and Peach Cozy Mysteries. Good morning, Mary. Happy Friday, TGIF, as the banner says. Overcast here. Very great day, but fairly warm, so deceptive looking. Oh. Got anything going on this weekend? Successful romance novelist Faith Hayes finds her quiet life in the small town of West Chesterfield, Indiana, upended when the demanding conductor of the local choir, Jeremy Black, is found dead, and only 1 week before the Indiana State Community Choir Championship. To make matters worse, Faith's best friend, Amy, was found standing over the dead body with a bloody brick in her hand. I think you should lead with that. Determined to clear Amy's name, Faith embarks on an investigation aided by her two extraordinary companions, Josephina and Peach, her cats that she can talk to. But this is no ordinary mystery. Josephina, with her sharp feline instincts, believes that Jeremy was scratched to death by a lion, a theory that even Alex, Faith's boyfriend and the lead detective on the case, thinks could be true. As Faith delves deeper, she uncovers a tangled web of small town secrets and lies. With each clue, the mystery deepens and the danger escalates. Can Faith, guided by her extraordinary feline detectives, unmask the real killer and restore harmony to her beloved community? End of that row. No thank you to talking cats, indeed, but no, cats will love it. Cat people will love it. True, there is a book for everybody. Nothing planned for this weekend except working to clean up this house. When I make it, it feels very good. So much to do. I hear ya. I feel ya. I am in the same boat. Probably worse, though. Moonlit Secrets by Sabina O. Second in the Harry Sinclair Cozy Travel Mystery series. Harry Sinclair, an intrepid travel blogger with a zest for culinary discoveries, finds her peaceful escape turned on its head when a night of revelry at a foam party spirals into the unexpected disappearance of one woman and the haunting discovery of another's body. With the clock ticking ominously, Harry and her companions delve into the heart of Copangan, piecing together a puzzle that grows more complex with each passing moment. Can Harry unveil the truth before the island's dark undercurrents claim another soul, or will her pursuit of justice ensnare her in a peril from which there is no escape? Weekends are murder. Salem Falls B&B paranormal cozy mystery, third in that series by Nellie H. Steele. A Halloween ball, a missing friend, a serial killer's return. Ellie Byrne is ready to enjoy a Halloween masquerade ball at her bed and breakfast with friends, but when her friend mysteriously disappears, Ellie's evening takes a dark turn. Just as Mia is found, shaken but unharmed, another body is discovered, and it looks like the infamous Clue killer may have resurfaced after 20 years of silence. With a murderer on the loose, Ellie, with the help of her snarky cat Cleo and loyal dog Lola, must dig deeper into the town's secrets. As old clues from the notorious Clue killings emerge and a chilling pattern reappears, Ellie will need all of her amateur sleuthing skills to solve the mystery before the next victim falls. Murder at a Flower Show by Rosie Hunt, 7th in the Lady Felicity Quick mystery series. I have not read this series. England, 1922. Struggling to slip out of the sleuthing spotlight and refocus on her journalism career, Lady Felicity Quick receives a peculiar invitation. A prestigious competition between British rose growers seeks celebrity judges, and crime solver Felicity is top of their list. Despite a lack of interest in fame and flowers, and after a spot of meddling by her beloved grandmother, Felicity finds herself surrounded by sweet-smelling blooms in the charming Devonshire village of Pickleford. And as romance blossoms, judging the flower show proves surprisingly enjoyable, until Britain's most notorious rose breeder is found murdered behind the floral marquee, with Felicity's own grandma as the prime suspect. Can Felicity unearth Pickleford's secrets in time to save her grandmother, or will our intrepid sleuth end up in her own prickly predicament? Tea and Trickery, first in a new series called The Witches of Whitaker by Wendy Ledger. Ella Kelly thought she'd found true love, but when she discovered his cheating ways, Ella was more than ready to leave her old life behind, if only she knew what to do next. Her wish came true with a surprising inheritance, a charming tea shop in an intriguing California town. But managing a tea shop can brew up all sorts of trouble. There's a murder to solve, a haunted house calling her name, and a cat familiar who's not sure he's up to the task. And maybe her mother could have told her she was a witch? Will Ella and her shy sidekick be able to crack this case and bring peace to her town? What case? Oh, I guess there is a murder in there somewhere. Happy Homicide, a French Quarter mystery by Jen Pitts, 7th in that series. Mary says, I bought some books for Christmas for a friend, and as I looked for them, I never saw so many cozies on the shelves at Target. Ah, I need to pick from in that genre for sure. Well, that's good to hear. Usually it's jam-packed with fantasy romance. Sammy has double the birthdays, double the presents, and double the trouble when an innocent gift reveals a decades-old murder. When she returns an unopened birthday card to its rightful owner, a chilling deathbed confession lands Sammy smack in the middle of this mystery. She appreciates the distraction as her birthdays bring up more unresolved issues from her past birthdays. Eventually, she must make peace with her childhood, but for now, this new mystery is keeping her busy, especially when the killer from the past strikes in the present. Can Sammy find the killer before they murder again? I don't know. The Bottled Bootlegger by D.S. Lang, 5th in the Doro Banyan Historical Mysteries. I've not read this series. Doro Banyan, college librarian and amateur sleuth, is excited to step out with Everett Mallow, campus security officer and deputy town constable on their first date. The perfect evening ends on a sour note when a local bootlegger is murdered and his wife disappears. That leads to Ev temporarily returning to the Prohibition Bureau, where he goes undercover with bootleggers, much to Doro's dismay, especially when he goes missing. Determined to find him, she convinces her best friend and the town constable to search for Ev in the speakeasy where he was last seen. Relief fills Doro when Ev is on the dance floor. Joy follows when he takes her into his arms. Both emotions are short-lived because, fearing for her safety, he wants her out of harm's way pronto. When they step outside, a rival gang armed with Tommy guns attacks the speakeasy and gunshots riddle the air. Can Doro and Ev both survive long enough to crack the case? That had some new interesting elements to it. Murder Among the Rubble by Tam May. Those fantasy were all sold out. Ah, that makes sense. This is 7th in the Adele Gosling mysteries. On a quiet morning in 1906, an earthquake of horrendous magnitude shakes one of California's most vibrant cities. Buildings crumble to the ground. Fires destroy everything from south of the slot's dilapidated buildings to Nob Hill's most ornate mansions, leveling nearly 80% of San Francisco. Radical suffragist and progressive reformer Elsie Blessings calls her friends Adele Gosling and Nin Branch to her side at the Presidio's refugee camp to help destitute women and children as San Francisco begins the slow process of rebuilding. Adele's brother Jackson and Sheriff Hatfield accompany them as volunteers to help maintain law and order amidst the chaos of the ruined city. I would think Sheriff Hatfield had other responsibilities during this. While citizens come together to pick up the pieces of their homes and lives among the rubble, somebody thinks it's just the right time for murder. Can Adele and Nin help solve the crime of a dead woman with only a jade pendant, a fan, and a cryptic note to go by? And this next one is one that I'm taking it for a test drive for a scavenger hunt pick for blue on the cover. We'll see if I stick with it. It's called Knife Skills for Beginners. It's first in the Chef Paul Delamere Mysteries by Orlando Murin. Some people are natural dancers, others marvelous in bed, but not wishing to boast, I'm good with a knife. Most chefs are. The Chester Square Cookery School in the heart of London offers students a refined setting in which to master the fine art of choux pastry and hone their hollandaise. True, the ornate mansion doesn't quite sparkle the way it used to, a feeling Chef Paul Delamere is familiar with these days. Worn out and newly broke, he'd be tempted to turn down the request to fill in as teacher for a week-long residential course if anyone other than Christian Wagner were asking. Christian is one of Paul's oldest friends, as well as the former recipient of 2 Michelin stars and host of Pass the Gravy. Thanks to a broken arm, he's unable to teach the upcoming session himself and recruits Paul as stand-in. The students are a motley crew, most of whom seem more interested in ogling the surroundings, including handsome Christian, than learning the best way to temper chocolate. Yet, despite his misgivings, Paul starts to enjoy imparting his extensive knowledge to the recruits until someone turns up dead, murdered with a cleaver Paul used earlier that day to prep a pair of squabs. Did one of his students take the lesson on knife techniques too much to heart, or was this the result of a long simmering grudge? In between clearing his own name and teaching his class how to perfectly poach a chicken, he'll have to figure out who's the killer and avoid being the next one to get butchered. So that is it. We had looked at that last one on Monday. That is all we have, really, in terms of new book releases. There are, of course, others out there, but not totally interesting, or different subgenres, very 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 young, or horror, or things like that. So yes, there are other books published, but in the world of fiction and things that we are interested in, this is all there is. Next week I expect it to be better. We're turning the corner from the holidays. Perhaps the publishers are kicking into gear again, so we might call it short today. I do have to get to the grocery store before I hit the post office on the way to work. So getting the extra couple minutes might be helpful. You never know. Again, I don't have any sprints tonight. I don't do them on Friday night. We will have them tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern for 5 hours. You find the best graphics. That hot chocolate looks so yummy. Indeed. Thank you. I just look for pretty coffee cups. Do I have one big goal for 2025? Do you? I have, in terms of reading, I have 2 goals. To read more deliberately and savor, read the chunky monkeys instead of racing to hit my 100-book goal. So therefore my reading goal is going to be about 36, which I'll probably hit pretty easily. But I just want to be more deliberate in my reading, and also to read what I own at least 90% of the time. Otherwise, I do have some authors that I automatically buy, but I also want to do Kindle Unlimited more and a library more and read what I own, because I own probably a couple thousand of over the years. I'm not saying I got these all immediately, but over the last 10 years I have accumulated a lot of ebooks, so I need to read what I own. But that's a very good question. Do you have one? Otherwise, in life in general, I need to get back on my food plan. I had lost 100 pounds about 3 years ago, and I have gained a lot of it back. And so I will be starting the food plan again, Eat Like a Bear. And Steve said something yesterday that made me take on a personal challenge of growing my hair out again, just to prove I can do it. I don't usually like it long because it's just hangs there. It's fine, but it's thicker. So I'm going to be growing it out, but trying to do it without it driving me crazy. Let's see, one more goal. I need to clean out this house of stuff. So that is also another goal. Of course, some of these goals are carryover goals, but now I really mean it. That's one does. But I'm not setting up a TBR like it's very popular to do 25 books in 2025 that you want to read. I've learned for me that doesn't work because the 25 books I chose at the beginning of the year aren't necessarily what I want to read in the middle of the year or the end of the year. Both great reading goals. Food plan for me as well. Get more organized in my life, both in and around the house. I have to get rid of stuff. Yep, me too. Although you will be the recipient of some of my beating destashing. So I'm sorry, you're going to be getting some stuff heading your way. Let's see. We can also fill the time for a little bit. I can show you what I have read this year. Oh, I know I could do. So I had a goal in 2024 of reading 100 books, which I hit in October. I did read at this point 116 books. What I do, instead of having like 25 books in 25, I've done a best of 24 best books in 24. So at this point, I have how many? 21 in here. So I still need to fill some slots, but those were the books that I very much enjoyed. I can't pick one at this point. And then I also do a list of disappointments. I don't call them bottoms or anything like that. They're just books that disappointed me in some way. You know, in saying disappointed, I wish they were better. I would have liked them to be better. Just not my cup of tea, or something happened that made me go, oh man, why did you do that? So yeah, those are the things that oh, I know you're going to use them though. Well, I don't watch TV. I do watch YouTube, but I either read or crochet. That's what I do in my free time. But I hope you guys have a good weekend if I don't see you tomorrow. Hope you have a good Friday. Enjoy your day, Mary. Thank you so much. You are such a good friend to be supporting me like this. I appreciate you so much. You're in my heart. But enjoy the day. Read good books. It's okay to set a book aside if you're not enjoying it. They are there to be enjoyed. It's not an assignment. You don't have to write a report unless you are doing it for work. It's just not the right time for you, the book, and that author to come together. It's not a reflection badly on any of those elements. It's just not the right time. Look at me with this Brandon Sanderson. I tried to read it last year and I wanted to throw it against the wall, seriously. And I read it this year and I loved it. So it's just a matter of timing. Go forth and have a great day. Back at you, baby. Hope to see you at Rose's. Yeah, I do hang out there. Give her some support. All right. And as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom nom. Have a good day and God bless.